the arrogant warrior. One day, as the wandering monk entered a quiet village, he heard the unmistakable clamor of an excited crowd. In the town square stood a towering warrior, his armor gleaming in the afternoon sun. His voice boomed with pride. "Strength is the only truth," he proclaimed, slamming his sword into the ground. "With power, one can shape the world. I have bested many in combat, and I fear no man. Is there anyone here who dares to challenge me?" The villagers exchanged nervous glances, stepping back. None wished to face the warrior's wrath. His reputation for defeating even the fiercest fighters had spread far and wide. Then, through the parting crowd, the wandering monk stepped forward. His simple robes fluttered slightly in the breeze. His face was calm, serene, as if the warrior's words held no weight. "I accept your challenge," the monk said softly, his voice carrying a quiet confidence. A hush fell over the village. Then laughter erupted from the warrior. "You? A frail old monk? You have no sword, no armor, no strength. This will be over in moments." The monk simply smiled. "We shall see." The warrior gripped his sword, his muscles tensed. "Prepare yourself," he roared, charging forward with the force of a storm. Yet, as his blade sliced through the air, he struck nothing. The monk had stepped aside effortlessly, as if he had predicted the attack before it even came. The warrior gritted his teeth and lunged again, slashing, thrusting, swinging with all his might. But no matter how swift his strikes, the monk always moved just beyond reach, sidestepping, turning, flowing like water around each attack. Frustration flashed in the warrior's eyes. "Fight me properly, coward!" he bellowed, swinging wildly. The monk remained silent, his movements unhurried, never meeting force with force. With each missed strike, the warrior grew more furious, his attacks more reckless. The crowd watched in awe. Then, after countless failed blows, the warrior staggered back, his breath ragged, sweat pouring from his brow. His mighty arms, once full of strength, trembled with exhaustion. His sword felt heavier than ever. The monk stood before him, untouched, his breath steady as the wind. He smiled. "You have lost." The warrior dropped his sword, falling to his knees. "But you never even fought back." The monk knelt beside the defeated warrior, placing a gentle hand on his shoulder. "You fought not against me," he said, "but against yourself. Your anger, your pride, your need to prove your strength. They were your true enemies, and they have defeated you." The warrior's eyes widened in realization. His entire life had been about overpowering others, yet today he had been defeated without a single strike. The monk continued, "True strength is not in the sword nor in muscle. It is in stillness, in control. A raging storm destroys everything in its path, but a calm river carves through mountains. That is the power of wisdom." The warrior bowed his head in shame. "I see now. I have relied only on force, never understanding true power." The monk nodded. "Master your mind, and no battle will trouble you." The warrior, once so full of arrogance, now bowed deeply. "Thank you, Master. Today, I have learned the greatest lesson of all." As the sun dipped below the horizon, the villagers, who once feared the warrior's might, now looked upon him with newfound respect. The monk turned and continued on his journey, leaving behind a humbled man who had finally begun to understand the true meaning of strength. The greatest battles are not fought with swords, nor won with brute force. They are fought within, against pride, anger, and the restless mind. So, ask yourself, are you in control of your strength, or is your strength controlling you?